But anyway,
So the next
so
series,
next was
Knicks Pacers.
Knicks and
That was
Pacers
a good series till the end, but
till the
it's
end.
so sad for the Knicks, dude.
I
They had
know.
like four people on the roster. They don't even have a full team at that
I
point.
That's what I was saying. I was like, the only reason I wanted to pick the Pacers was like I was like Knicks are going off, but then I'm like, how many players are going to be left? Like OG is out, everybody's out. Jalen
Exactly.
Brunson's like leaving for a full quarter and like trying to play, and it caught up to them, man.
It caught up to him. He broke his
OG
hand.
played like 6 minutes, and then he was back on the bench for the
Yeah.
whole game. And I think Brunson was, I think he was just fatigued. I was watching that game live with a friend of mine who's a proper Knicks fan. Like he was born in New York and he's been a Knicks
Oh
fan
wow.
his whole, and he was like so excited, right? He's like, dude, game
Yeah.
7, we're gonna watch it. It's at a time that we can watch it live. So I was like, okay, cool, let's do it. And I felt so bad because I was rooting for the Pacers because they were my pick. And in my mind, it was like, oh, we're gonna go at each other. It's gonna be a great game. We're gonna trash talk each other throughout the game. And like
Yeah.
halfway through the first half, I was just like, I felt so bad for my friend. He was like so like sad, and I was like, dude, I'm actually rooting for the Knicks. Like I just picked the Pacers, but like I actually hoped. Like I was feeling so bad. Like I was just like, this is so like Pacers had the best fucking offense in playoff history. How is that even
Yeah.
possible? Like you can't even you even if
I mean, they
Knicks
didn't have
played
a
really well.
roster, right? Like at one point, the coach would have probably come and played.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
what was happening
But
at
even
one
then,
point?
like, dude, Pacers were making shots. Like, even if you had good defense on them, like, that's like one of those miraculous lucky games where
Yeah.
if a team like the Pacers, where you don't have super duper stars and it's all like
Yeah.
young players, and they have like the best offense in playoff history, all
Yeah.
history, like not just like this playoffs or something,
Just
all of
playoffs.
history.
Yeah.
It's like you can't really do anything about that. And on top of that, when like Jalen Brunson doesn't have a good game, DiVincenzo went off, Alec Burks went off, but it wasn't enough. They needed Brunson scoring, and yeah, they did the right thing by like. I think they just the problem with the Knicks was that Brunson was bringing the ball up every single time. He was being face guarded the full court, and I was just like, dude, just let someone else bring the ball up. You're clearly getting tired by the time you get to the half court. Like let someone else bring
Exactly.
the ball up. It's the same thing that I said for the Nuggets, where and they used that adjustment actually, which won them a couple of games. Where I'm like, don't let Jokic or Jamal Murray bring the ball up because they're face guarding you full court. So by the time you
Yeah.
get to that, you're so tired to even run a play. So they started having Aaron Gordon bring the ball up, and that like frees up Jokic and Murray to just be a little more refreshed and not expend so
Yeah.
much energy. But Jalen Brunson just kept doing it, and that's what happened every time. By the time he got to the half court, he would just back down, back down, back down, and force up a shot that he just wasn't hitting it. And then he got hurt. I forgot that he got hurt in the middle of the game too. He had a fractured hand.
Yeah. He got a fracture too.
It's
Yeah.
like what the hell? Like at some point we're gonna have to look at the coach and we just be like,
I
yo,
mean, the
man,
Knicks
like
have huge potential moving forward, right? Like,
right,
if everybody's healthy, they're like one team. Like, if everybody's healthy, who can be up there with Boston and make the Eastern Conference a bit more exciting. Because as a
right.
viewer, Eastern Conference really isn't appealing to most people just because it's so one-sided and there's not really that much competition in that
Well,
conference.
also because
West,
all the stars were hurt.
yeah,
Giannis, Dame, Embiid, and
exactly.
yeah, and the Knicks they need to trade Randall for a better star. I mean, everybody's talking about KD or Paul George.
Yeah,
I don't know if this.
I wouldn't want Paul George. I'd much want
Yeah,
KD.
I agree because I just don't think they fit that because now they've built a culture which like hard written grind, like and they're all like they went to the same college. They were like roommates in college, so they've built like that chemistry where if you bring a random star that they feel like they would have to defer to, I would love for them to bring in like someone like Mikal Bridges. I think that would be the best uh, fit for them and for their team. And yeah, I think going forward, if they can just keep playing, if Tom Thibodeau can like chill out a little bit and like slow down on like using them 48 minutes every game, maybe who knows, and they make a couple of moves here and there. I think they're really good. OG is really good for them, and yeah, going forward next season, I told my friend I was like, don't be sad, dude. Like you have a bright future. It's not like the Lakers where it's like you don't know, like LeBron might retire soon.
Yeah, Lakers are
But
pretty screwed
yeah,
moving forward.
exactly. But so yeah, so
So
you
let's
had
go to the next
Knicks.
round.
But you had Knicks 4-3. I had Pacers 4-3.
Yeah.
So I got to check on that too. I'm
Yeah,
4
you
for
definitely
4,
won this
dude.
round.
I'm 4 for 4. I definitely should have bet some money on this. Like, fuck the stocks. I could have made some money on the side, you know, this waiting for the podcast to blow up. I could have made some money on the side. and I predicted Pacers to be my sleeper team in the first week of March. Okay. I definitely should get credit for this. I really wish some people are watching this podcast so that I could like look cool. But it's just between you and me, I guess.
Next time we'll bet something on it.
Yeah, exactly. I bet 500 rupees with my friend, and he was like too sad, and I was like, dude, you don't have to pay me. It's okay. For the Knicks and Pacers.